I wanted to make this video because sometimes playing really fast time controls, it sort of helps you get creative in the opening, and a lot of the time the ideas are just bad. But every once in a while, the idea, maybe it's not great, but from a practical point of view, it's pretty decent. And well, here we see an example of that. So my opponent played the center game, and I know that taking is pretty much the best move, but I knew that my opponent probably plays this opening quite often, and he might have a specific line prepared, and I didn't want to get into a theoretical debate, especially when you're playing a 2 second, 2 minute game with a 1 second increment. So in these bullet time controls, if you just get a worse position out of the opening, um, you might just end up losing very quickly. That is, if you survive the opening. So here I played a questionable move, but I think that the advantage is not that big a deal. 0.8. So the engine doesn't like this because, well, this is what I had in mind. If you take my pawn, then I take yours, and well, you can't really win the knight by force. The knight might get potentially trapped if you're not careful, but it's not that big a deal. So yes, taking knight f3, bishop c5. And here I blundered, which is obviously going to happen in these time controls, especially when you get a crazy position that you've never seen before. So if you want to pause the video and figure out what you should do. So the solution is queen check, and you just win the knight. So the best solution is to just take the pawn with the knight. And I don't like these very long variations because they don't. Not only are they're not helpful, they're sometimes very confusing, and even for a stronger player, the analysis is just not there. You can't really explain in words why they're the best moves. So that's why having a coach or someone who might be able to help you out is better than just looking at the review. And here we continue. I don't know why it gives this move a question mark. I think my position is winning regardless. So takes. Okay, this is similar to what happened in the game. Not sure why taking on f2 first is better. Very long variation. Wow. Okay. So if we'll compare that to this, takes with the obvious checkmating threat. Captures, captures, captures. So black is up a pawn. Better development. And this is better because, okay, so if you takes, check, Okay, you have the checkmate. So you go here. Okay, so yeah, I don't get this bishop move. You're just giving up the bishop. I think I like taking with the rook first. That way, if rook takes, you can take with the bishop and still have the mate threat on f2. So here, why can't you play something like this? I guess you can play queen h2. Yeah, that's winning. Because that's, I don't know how you stop queen h1 mate. I mean, you can delay it with something like this. So takes, and here I played a brilliant move. Bishop takes an h2. And yeah, you don't want to take it, but my opponent did take it. So if you go king here, that wins the queen. So really the only move is this. And now black is just up a pawn, and I could even trade queens and just drop the bishop back. So my opponent captured, and I saw that I'm winning at least this pawn, and I have a perpetual check if I want it. Although I figured I probably am winning it, because, you know, after this check, I could even have ideas of doing a rook lift, and well, I can't put the rook here because of the bishop, but maybe on g6. I mean, it really depends, you know, if my opponent ever plays something like knight to d2, just putting pressure on this knight, then I could go rook h6. And here, apparently king h2 is more accurate, but I don't think it really matters because I have a perpetual if I, you know, can't figure out how to checkmate my opponent. But the time issue is not really a problem. So after this check, I'm just winning because, well, I have the threat of winning the queen, and if the queen moves, then rook h1 is made, so you have to give up the queen, and after that it should be pretty simple. If the bishop moves, then this knight is pinned. I either go queen f2 or I think queen e5 is stronger. Then I have discovered everything. And then put the rook here or here and just, yeah. Anyway, I hope that you liked the video. If you did, give the video a thumbs up and share and subscribe if you haven't already done so. And thank you for watching.